as you see, the first book we are reading in this video is Beach Read by Emily Henry. Because, come on, whenever you think OG romance book talks, this has got to be one of the first one that comes to mind. So I bought this in 2021 when it was all the rage, and then I let it rot on my shelf for 3 years, and I finally picked it back up yesterday to begin this video. Beach Read kind of became one of those books where after I bought it, I was like, I kind of really don't want to read this. No amount of hype, no amount of good reviews, no matter how much it intrigues me, I don't want to read it for some reason. Like, do you have those, or is that just me? I feel like that's a universal thing. I'm on page 152 and I am loving it so far. So this book is about January and Augustus, or Gus, who are both writers. However, they're currently both in a slump. Augustus, or Gus, I'm just gonna call him Gus, writes primarily like literary fiction, dark literary fiction, and then January, she's kind of known for her cute, happy rom-coms. And for the next 3 months, they'll be neighbors, and after one night where they kind of met up and talked, they decided to swap genre. So now January will write dark literary fiction and Gus has to write a rom-com. And then they kind of go on like these dates to kind of immerse each other in their genre and how they previously worked on books, and it is so good. I won't say I was hooked from page one, but I will say I saw their chemistry from the first interaction and have been rooting for them since. Their chemistry is unmatched. They're literally just friends right now, but it's so like, ugh. Every time they interact, I'm like giggling and smiling, and I'm so excited to see how their story goes. It's currently Valentine's Day, so we are starting this video off right. We are entering the era of love. I'm gonna keep reading and I'll update you when I have any more thoughts. So, it is actually a couple days later. It is now Friday the 16th and I have not read any more of this book. Ugh. I don't know, guys. This book's not bad in any way. Well, I have been really busy these past 2 days, but like, I don't know, I've had some time to read, and during that time, I feel like no urge to pick this up. I think it's honestly just because I think I'm in a slump. I said it, oh my gosh. Because like, while I read it, I enjoy the book, but when I'm not reading it, I don't feel like any desire to pick it up and continue. It's like 11:16 at night, and I was at school for like 14 hours today, so I really desperately need to go to bed. And I have a big day tomorrow, but like, I need to read at least a couple chapters or else I'm gonna feel like really bad about myself, so. Plot twist? Oh my gosh, okay. We just got some new information revealed and I did not see this coming at all. I wonder how it will like affect their relationship moving forward. So it is a lot later right now. I just got out of the shower, and please ignore the lisp. I have my retainer in. But I was able to read like 40 pages earlier, which is more than I've been able to previously, so I count that as a win. But I have maybe 100 pages left and I'm on chapter 22, and I'm honestly really scared because the last sentence in this previous chapter, chapter 21, kind of hurt my heart a lot. So I'm really afraid for what's to come. I feel like there's no way this can't be at least a little bit sad, so I'm scared, but we'll see if I can finish it today. Anyways, let's get to reading. Oh my gosh, the lisp is so bad. Ugh, what is going on? This is why I hate romance books. What the heck? Oh my gosh. I need to start highlighting this because these sentences are unreal. What? Oh my gosh. as you've seen from the previous clip, I have now finished Beach Read, and oh my gosh, I will say I rated this a 5 stars. I truly did not expect to give this a 5 stars simply because I thought it'd be one of those books that was hugely overhyped and then let me down. However, oh my gosh, it absolutely did not let me down. I loved both of the characters so much, and all the background characters were also amazing, and I loved the scenery, the vibes, I loved the overall premise of this book, and while I did get annoyed with the characters at one point when I felt like they were having a miscommunication, I was a little frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh, just talk about it. But it didn't go on for like a huge overextended amount of time, so I let it slide because the ending, oh my gosh. There was another type of conflict that was going on in the background that wasn't the romance, and I loved that a lot. I think it really kind of all tied together in the end, and I ended up loving it way more than I thought I would. Beach Read, I understand the hype, and I think everyone on BookTok that hypes this up is doing it rightfully so. Now, the next book we're going to be reading in this video is one that I think is on par with Beach Read in level of popularity, if not more so popular, at least as of right now, and that is The Love Hypothesis. I have seen this cover everywhere, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to get around to it. I'll probably say that with every book in this video, but truly this one for sure, because Ali Hazelwood, she is such a prominent name all over BookTok right now, so I'm surprised I haven't read a single one of her books. When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. And it sounds so good. I absolutely adore the fake dating trope. It is one of my favorites. I don't know if the male love interest in this is oh yeah, he's a professor. I don't know how old Olive is. I don't think it's like a huge age gap, but I honestly don't know how that's gonna go over in the book. Like, is that gonna be kind of a huge plot point or what? Or is it just gonna be kind of like pushed aside as not a big deal? So, you know, we'll see. I'm really excited. I do love the cover, but it's a little embarrassing to have out in public. Even though this book is only around 350 pages, I have no idea how long it will take me to read because honestly, I do still think I'm in a slump. Okay, that's enough talking now. Without further ado, let's get into The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. So I'm currently on chapter 7, page 112, and it is really good so far, but it's kind of not what I was expecting, especially the male love interest, Adam. For some reason, I really thought he would be kind of like, this is kind of embarrassing to say, but like the golden retriever sunshine type of dude, but no. This book is Grumpy Sunshine, and he is the grumpy to her sunshine, which I didn't expect. I thought he'd be like super sweet and kind of like nice to everyone, but like also like big, buff, and manly. But he's known as the campus's rude professor that makes his students cry, so definitely the opposite of what I was imagining. But so far, it's looking good. I just finished chapter 9, and the last couple pages were like the cutest, sweetest thing that's happened in this book so far. So, you know, it's got my hopes up, but then it has to go and end the chapter by saying, life didn't get much better than this. Well, I can tell it's about to get a lot worse. Yeah, so we all know what's happening next. Something awful. There's these hypothesis things at the beginning of each chapter, and the one for chapter 10 is, if I fall in love, things will invariably end poorly. What the flip? Anyways, I guess we'll continue reading because obviously I need to know what happens, but I don't want to know what happens. I'm afraid. One thing about this book is that it's very self-aware. Like, Olive is always saying, it's like a rom-com or fake dating, and that's so like BookTok girly of her. Oh, no way. I'm so glad I caught that reaction on camera. Usually all the big plot twist or whatever happen right after I turn the camera off. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay, things are definitely picking up. I'm on page 179 right now, so about halfway through this book, maybe not. So I'm gonna keep reading this and I'll update you if I have any more thoughts or opinions to share. So, we have now finished the love hypothesis, and I feel like my thoughts on this book are a little conflicted. Well, not conflicted really, I can't settle on a rating, but as of right now, I think we're sitting around maybe a 3.5 or 4. So it was very good, I liked it, it was really cute, easy, quick, and I actually read this at school, so I had a couple people come up to me and ask me what I was thinking of this book, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's really cute, I like it. And then like 2 out of 3 people that asked me were like, oh, I just couldn't get through the beginning. I felt it was so slow, like should I keep reading it? And then I went on Goodreads to see what other people thought about this book, and I saw a lot of reviews stating the same thing, that they just couldn't get through the first 30% of this book, and it was really like, it was too much PDA, too much secondhand embarrassment. And honestly, as someone who I feel has a lot of issue with secondhand embarrassment, I did not feel this way towards that book actually, and I didn't even like think about it until the first person came up to me and stated that, so I was like, oh wow, okay. Now I'm going into my complaints, my favorite part of any book. I'm just kidding. But why was there a scene in which these 2 characters were being intimate, let's say, and why was Olive wearing knee-high unicorn socks throughout the whole thing? I'm not judging anyone. If you absolutely love those knee-high unicorn socks, you wear them, girl. But there is a time and a place. I will just say that. And this scene was not that, okay? Okay. But yeah, this book felt extremely millennial. The amount of times I had to read the words pumpkin spice latte in Starbucks was just a little too much, okay? But as someone who doesn't normally read romance books, I don't know if I'm really the person to state my opinion on them, as I'm not well versed, but I did think this was cute and I liked it, and it did everything a romance book should do. We go into them purely for the vibe. If it feels good to read, it gets a high rating. If it doesn't, it gets a low rating. I do recommend this one. BookTok did not let me down. Now, the next book will probably end up being the last book in this video. Maybe not, who knows. Either way, this one had to be super special, and I could think of only one book that fits that category, and that is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Oh my gosh. This one was so popular right when I joined BookTok, to the point where I did actually read a couple chapters. I don't know how many pages I ended up reading, but I actually do still recall everything I read, so that's a very good sign that kind of indicates the quality of this book already. I mean, I read that years ago now, so this is like a childhood friends to lovers, but then also like second chance romance, so it's like a then and now timeline. And the then timeline is Macy and Elliot, who, you know, meet as kids and then their relationship from there. And then the now timeline is following Macy, who's like, I think a nurse now, and she's engaged to some man who like has a kid and stuff, and it's like pretty serious. So then the readers are just left wondering what caused such a dramatic fallout. I do think I was spoiled just a little bit, but not enough to where like I don't want to read it. So I'm excited to get into this book. The other 2 books in this video have not let me down so far, so I hope this is not the one that does so. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Okay, I'm literally only on page like 5, but why does this writing have my heart like clenching up, bro? Like on the very first page, on the prologue, there's this line that was like, his arms became a set of parentheses bracketing the sweetest secret phase. Like what? Like I said, I'm literally only on page 5, but this writing is so, it's a type of writing that sticks with you and like stands out. Like sometimes in book, you don't really notice the writing, you're just kind of going along with the flow of whatever is happening. But this book really makes you like take notice, because some of these sentences, oh my gosh, they just like shoot an arrow straight to the heart and just like burrow it in deeper. I feel like this book is gonna be very sad, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. Okay, I look kind of weird, but quick update. So I read about 200 pages of this book last night, so I'm now halfway through, and oh my gosh, this book is just so easy to fly through. I love it, and I would have read it all in one sitting, but my eyes were so tired. I was like falling asleep with the book in my hand, so I had to put it down. And now it's the next morning, obviously, so I'm about to go get my hair done, and then go to the mall and get some like heels, and possibly stop at Barnes & Noble's, so that's exciting. But I really was trying to finish this book last night because I'm afraid for my hair appointment. I feel like I'm gonna come out looking really bad, but let's hope for the best, okay? So yeah, halfway through this, that's all I gotta say. Super good. I love it. I gotta go. I'll film more later. So, I did in fact not record anything else after that last clip, and I have now finished Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. So yeah, sorry I didn't get very many clips of me reading this, but yesterday after I had my hair appointment, it was really bad. It was really bad, okay? But it ended up being just the way she styled my bangs, because I wanted her to try to make them into curtain bangs. Y'all don't care about this, but I'm telling you anyways. I wanted, because I thought my bangs were long enough to become kind of curtain bangs, but I guess they were not, or she cut them. I definitely think she cut them, because they are shorter than they were in the last clip. But then she also like sheared them and thinned them out. Anyways, and then they were just like to the side and looking really bad, and I thought I could never show my face ever again, but here we are, and it's kind of okay. Anyways, so I ended up just finishing this book yesterday to take my mind off of the pain of my hair, and now it is finished. All I have to say about this book is that it was the best book I read in this video. This is, I think, the best romance book I have ever read, and just like no romance book has ever like actively made me want to keep turning the pages, keep finding out more. The writing in this book, the characters. I feel like the better a book is, the less I can say about it, because the only 3 words I have in my vocabulary to describe a good book is good, amazing, and like show-stopping. I am gonna rate this one. Are you ready for it? Drumroll, please. 6 stars. I actually think I had a dream about this book last night. So, Love in Other Words. Honestly, I think TikTok needs to hype this up more. I see it a lot. It's not enough. Read this! So these are the 3 books I read in today's video. So, beach read. 5 stars! This book was still so good, and it was really good. Then we read The Love Hypothesis, and this book was very good. There we have it again. But simply because it was between beach read and Love in Other Words, I'm gonna make this a 3.5, because whenever I put it at a 4, I'm like, well, no, that seems too close to these other books. Well, no. Okay, we're still not sure. 3.5, 4, whatever. Either way, I recommend this one. And then, of course, Love in Other Words with the 6 star. So, my final thoughts. Do I think these books are overhyped by BookTok? No. Did I make sure to pick books I thought I would like? Yes. So, I can do a whole other video on books that I think I probably won't like that are super hyped up by TikTok if you would like to see that. So, just let me know. I could make about 6 of these videos at least, but as of right now, these 3 books were the ones I had seen the most on TikTok. But yeah, that is all the books for today's video, and I hope you like hearing my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments. Do you like these books? Do you agree with my ratings? Do you think they're overhyped? You know, just let me know your thoughts. That is all for today's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more awesome, super duper cool content just like this in the future. So yeah,